Welcome back to the Cricket Small Podcast, everyone.
Brought to you by Macromedia.
This is Eagles Nuffy Corner. Probably unexpected. We haven't really talked much about the Eagles in this podcast. So
Feels weird you sitting in my seat.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm sitting in the guest chair today. We thought we'd spice it up a little bit. Obviously, do I look at you or the camera?
I can get in your camera. Oh, yeah. And you can get in mine. Well.
Did I get in?
Yeah, I saw. Yeah. Nice glasses.
Thanks.
Yeah, welcome to Eagles Nuffy Corner. We're really excited to bring you this podcast today just before Eagles, who today are playing as Walich Marawa, go up against
Narm,
the Melbourne Demons. And
is Narm or Vietnam?
N-A-A-R-M.
Do you reckon that'd be
Narm.
flashbacks for all the older people in the hill? We're playing Narm today. And they go, here we go again.
Jesus. I don't know.
Be cool.
There are a lot of old Eagles fans, so that could be quite a shock. Damn.
Caught you off guard with that one.
They should come out with Fortunate Son playing.
It's just me. It's just audio sounding so crisp.
Yeah, it's really crisp. Ooh. My voice sounds really nice, actually.
It's because I turned up the volume on the headphones.
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
We hope you guys can hear this in post-production. I'll have to make sure our editor does it properly.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
I'm the editor.
So by the time this podcast comes out, obviously, this game will be an afterthought. The Eagles have won and Harley Reid will be sleeping in my bed with me. So, but yeah, I don't know. How are you feeling about the game? I'm very excited about...
Who would you rather take, Liam Ryan or Harley Reid?
Harley Reid.
In their prime.
Harley Reid. That's such a silly question because Harley Reid's already in his prime. So like, would you take LeBron or Harley Reid?
I take Noah Long.
Harley Reid. Noah Long or Harley Reid?
Noah
Long. Harley Reid or...
Prime Nat 5.
Harley Reid.
Harley Reid.
Harley Reid.
Okay, is it just me or when you watch the footy and you see some players, you just think they stink? Like you think...
We don't want them to watch this podcast.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's watching this podcast.
We're not going to name and shame, but...
if I was to like... And I know it's like, oh, well, then why don't you go and do it? Or you'd be doing it there.
Yeah, but you're not getting paid to
if I was to be paid to every single day go and kick a footy two to three times a day, every single day, I feel like I could kick better than but he just stinks. He stinks so bad.
Look, we're not getting paid to do it. So the one that gets me is goal kicking. Like I know there's pressure in the stadium and stuff, but some of those shots, I do think that I could do it. As an amateur footballer, I do think that I could.
It's like how Andrew Gaff can't hit a target.
Well, he hit a target once in 2018. It was a killer shot. If you know, you know. But yeah, I don't know. It's that classic thing, and I've always used. I think they've changed seats now, but we used to have this woman that sat behind us at the footy and would always pull that one. And it's like I'd yell or something because I get quite passionate. I'd yell, I go, why didn't you pick it up? I think in this case, it was the players. And I was like, why couldn't you pick that up? And they're like, oh, it's so easy. You get there and do it yourself. It's like, first of all, mate, like, okay, love to have the opportunity to play AFL football and the privilege. And B, I probably could. And C, if I was getting paid to do it, my skills would be...
The better than they are now.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That's not a valid argument. You get out there and do it yourself. Like, you know, tickets are expensive as well. Memberships are expensive. Anyway.
I don't know. You normally, tickets aren't that expensive because what you do is you just buy the kids' tickets and they never check.
Shout out Kick It Forward podcast, Scheme Corner.
Oh, did they?
They talked about that, yeah.
Oh.
And now they're worried that because they've brought it to the attention, they're going to crack down on that. But yeah, you're right. You just don't have to show anyone at any point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The person that I think is really, really had a breakout year and I'm really, really impressed with is Jake Waterman.
Yeah, he's been awesome.
And you know what this is off the back of? He has been recently diagnosed with colitis disease.
Was he?
Yep.
Really?
So that's why he missed a lot of games last year.
I thought that was because he had glandular fever.
No, he has colitis. Which is a horrible autoimmune disease. And so basically he's gone away being super, super sick. I heard that he lost a lot of weight in a really short period of time. And that's not fun to deal with.
Eagles stuck by him though, which is respectable.
And he's come out after that and he's having a breakout year. So hats off to Jake Waterman.
But you know what? Like okay, think about it. You're in the forward line with Darling, Kennedy, both in their primes. That's when he kind of was brought up. Obviously, really hard to get spots.
And the young Oscar Allen.
And he had, and
Liam Ryan.
And he had to play the role of when he did play, he had to play the Valley of Death role, basically on the forward flank where you just lead up, get the ball kicked over your head, lead up, get the ball. But from that, his work rate is ridiculous. Like he runs a long, long way. And obviously he's like contested marking's gotten so much better. That's probably why he's become, like a key target now, but far out. He runs like a crazy person. And he works really hard, high work rate. And that's probably from years and years of just having to run under the football, turn around, run under the football, turn around, run under the football, turn around. And obviously when Oscar Allen comes back, who knows? But far out, if you got a forward line, this could also just be the biggest Linsanity run ever with Jake Waterman.
Nah.
Remember Jack Darling had this.
Young.
Jack Darling, who's now the second highest goal scorer in Eagles history. Jack Darling had that run in 2019 where he was just ridiculous. But
I thought it was 18 when they won the flag, and then he got All Australian in that year.
But he had a run of games in 2019 as well where he was just crazy, I think. But anyway, Waterman at centre half forward, like a true centre half forward, kind of undersized, right? But and then Allen and then Jack Williams
taking big one-on-one contested marks against
it's
people
not
like
a bad
Pierce, who towers over him.
It's not a bad forward line. The Eagles have it's crazy how hard the media come down on the Eagles, and when teams like North Melbourne continue to be shit. I think it's just because they're used to the Eagles being I'm sounding like such a one-eyed supporter. They're used to the Eagles being, okay, right? Whereas North Melbourne people have just accepted their shit. But North Melbourne get away scot-free, like.
Speaking of Jake Waterman doing some amazing running,
how's Run Club?
I've recently joined
a run club that I told you to join ages ago.
Running club is good.
Run club is great. I keep saying this to everyone, but like people are all of a sudden at our age, obviously like 21st season weekends are big, but like I think people are starting to care a lot more about their health.
Do you know where I think Run Club began, even though it's not even running?
In Rome?
No. Good guess. I think Huberman started it because of all this biohacking and like.
Yeah. Maybe not running clubs, but
like. He started the health trend.
Yeah.
And this health trend has turned into
over
run
social
clubs.
media.
So I think the root of this run club phenomenon
is neurotifier Gardner.
LeBron James.
I
feel like run club's good because going for a run by yourself is good as well, and it's like you got to have a lot of motivation, and it's really, really good to get over that obstacle and hurdle by yourself. But when you finish it, as opposed to when you finish a run club, I think the benefit of finishing with a run club is that you get the coffee with the boys afterwards and you have a bit of a chat. And it's
not
nice.
just the boys. There's girls in the run club as well.
I'm not allowed to speak to girls.
Okay.
That was a joke.
Do.
That was a joke. Don't hurt me.
No, that's true. Last time at Run Club, you didn't talk to any of the girls. They were like, "Oh, hi, how you going?"
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just what you're normally like with women. So anyway, the significant feeling, like the significant change in my mood from a day where I've slept in to a day where I go to the Run Club is genuinely wild. Like you just feel so, I don't know.
It's like a legal crack version of a guy's night.
Yeah.
It's a guy's run.
Do you reckon Harley Reid goes to Run Club?
Do you think Eagles have a run club?
Yeah. I go sometimes.
Is it just training?
I go in my Eagles jumper. Do you reckon if the Eagles had a Run Club and I just rocked up my Eagles jumper, they'd just like, they'd not realise that?
Should I pretend you're an Eagles player and interview you as if you're an Eagles player?
Yeah, let's do it. Like imagine I'm an Eagles player and I'm about to play Melbourne or like.
I was more thinking of just in a general podcast setting for practice for our next guest, Noah Long.
Just off the record, we're not going to be able to get Noah Long if we're ridden.
Yeah, I know.
So we're going to have to work that out.
Fuck.
Work that out.
Useless, just like your brother at Carlton.
Could we just beat, huh?
Does he have a brother at Carlton?
Who? What's his name?
Oh, I'm thinking of David Cunningham. All right, so Gianni, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to interview you like you are an AFL player.
Okay.
And you're on the Crooked Smile podcast.
Okay, I'll walk in.
Do you want to?
Yeah, let's do a whole thing.
Okay.
How would you act? And I'm going to come in my full gear.
But I don't have to get out of my chair.
No. Oh, well, that's your choice. All right, ready?
Yep.
Hi.
Hey, mate, thanks for joining us.
Studio.
Yeah, sponsored by Macromedia Group.
Just off the record, like I've got to mention Hungry Jacks a few times in this podcast, so we're just going to find a way.
Is there anything off limits? Any players I can't bag?
Nah, don't talk about.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Sorry, just before we start, have you had the burger bites at Hungry Jack's recently? They're really nice.
I've heard they have cheese and beef mixed in with them.
Yeah, just thought I should just talk about that before.
Thank you, first of all, for being here.
You're welcome. You are very welcome.
I know you got a busy schedule with all your trainings and all the travel because West Australians have to travel a lot more than the other states in AFL.
We'll come back to this actually.
Business class doesn't even make a difference. But
that is crazy. Sorry. Break scene. That is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. The Vic bias.
We didn't even get into the
I know, but like,
why don't you talk about it through a player's perspective?
Okay. No, because then I wouldn't be able to know. I want to talk about it from my perspective. That's the biggest bullshit I've ever seen in my life.
Maybe that's one of the players'
perspectives. What was the argument? That the fact that they get business class seats, they get like
subsidizes the fact they have to travel every
so they
second
get
week.
10 business class seats.
Only 10.
So Luke Edwards, Gaffy,
Alex
Harry
Witherden.
Batman,
Alex Witherden, great player.
Witherden. All the top dogs get to sit in business class, and that's why they play so well. That's why they're the best players, and that subsidises the fact they have to fly 5 hours to Brisbane to play the Lions, and then fly 5 hours back. No, just ignore the fact that the effects that flying has on the body doesn't matter because they get to stretch their legs out a little bit in business class. Crazy. Anyway, sorry, back to the interview scene.
So, mate, I know you're very busy with all your trainings and your games and your travel, and I really appreciate you being here.
That's all right.
And firstly, I just wanted to ask, what is it like being in an AFL team? Just growing up, playing sport, club sport, is it what you thought it would be, or is it not what you thought it would be?
Yeah, look, it's always been a massive dream of mine since I was a small lad. Just to be able to go out there on the Optus Stadium, OCG we call it, Optus Cricket Ground. Just going out there and playing with the boys, just love it. But no, it's not what I expected at all.
Is it more?
I actually hate it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Really just bad environment.
The club?
Just hate playing footy. Just people. Yeah, I just don't like playing footy.
So why are you doing it, mate?
Just because that's what I wanted to do from a young age. But now that I do it, I almost want to be like a lawyer or something instead, or like go to like do tax advisor at Deloitte or something.
Well, this is taking a turn.
Yeah.
So when it comes to footy culture off the field, do you do a lot of team activities?
Yeah, so like we went to Adventure World last weekend after getting back from Melbourne. So Simo took us out, said, "Boys, I want you to enjoy Adventure World because sometimes the AFL can be like a roller coaster, and I want you to experience a real roller coaster." So we went on the Abyss or whatever it's called.
And what's Simo's favourite ice cream?
Simo's strawberry and salted caramel.
I would have thought it would have been Simo's ice cream.
Simo's ice cream, yeah, of that variety. But yeah, no, Simo was like, "Come on, boys, let's go to Adventure World. Let's go on the rides." And so me, Jamo, HJ, Jermaine,
Big Jack,
Jack Williams.
No, Jack.
Oh, Jack Darling.
Yeah.
I forgot that. Sorry, I forgot that I played with him.
Do the players call him Daddy? Or is there any
Nah,
names
they call him Vaxo. We call him Vaxo.
Great nickname.
Yeah, big Vaxy. Vax Darling.
So when you're on the road,
He wasn't an Adventure World. He was doing family time.
when you're on the roller coasters, is there any players in particular that step up first as opposed to last? Or
Yeah, Harley Reid.
Always first, first to the
Yeah.
line.
I love Harley Reid.
And is there any players that are a bit scared of hopping on the
scared
big
of
roller coaster? Because I heard
that's a great question. Tyrell Dewar. Sometimes he's a bit scared.
Because I heard one of the players who actually is known to, fly a bit, Flying Ryan. He's a bit scared of flying when it comes to hopping on the roller coasters.
Damn.
Yeah.
I love flying. He seems okay most of the time. I don't know. Is he? I don't know. You might know more than me.
I don't know. He really likes his carpets though.
That was funny. And Street X. Yeah. Anyway, back to my talking before I was rudely interrupted by you. Yeah, I'm just trying to think who screams the loudest on the roller coaster, and I think it's like probably Hoffy. Hoffy screams really loud.
So in a day-to-day life of an AFL player, what's your diet consist of?
Oh, well, you shouldn't ask me because I'm quite naughty with the diet sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah, I have one chocolate every now and then, maybe 2, maybe 3.
Packets.
Maybe some beers, some packets of beers.
Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, hey?
Do you see in the press conference, there's a bit of reverse psychological warfare going on where Jake Paul starts yelling, "I want to kiss you, Mike Tyson." And then Mike Tyson responds by saying, "I remember watching a video of you dancing, doing your little TikToks when you were 16 and it gave me an erection." Not even kidding. That happened.
Are they like pretend beefing or are they actually beefing before?
See, do you think...
Because if you're Jake Paul, you'd have to have some balls to like beef a legend.
I think
and people would hate that. Or are they just like...
I think
they're
Tyson's at a point in his life where he's not taking things too seriously.
Yeah, exactly. So surely it's not like the usual fights where they genuinely... Well, either they pretend to do it, but they genuinely hate each other. Like the Dylan Dennis guy or whatever.
Yeah,
that was pretty genuine.
Well, Logan's
hate.
suing him still.
Yeah. Whereas I feel like if you diss Mike Tyson, that's just like no one would like you for that. That's just disrespectful to a legend.
Oh, it makes you wonder, is there a clause in the contract? Because you read somewhere or you see somewhere that it goes, oh, it's going to be on their professional records. It's going to go towards Tyson's like all-time record.
Is it actually?
And then you see people saying, oh, there's 100% a no knockout clause in the contract for Tyson and...
No knockout clause,
as in like he shouldn't knock out Jake. Like,
do you reckon he'll win, Tyson?
Oh, it depends if there's a knockout clause or not behind the scenes.
Do you reckon that's the only way he'll win is knocking him out?
Oh, he's 58, so if he goes the distance, I think Jake will probably win the later rounds because of. Does
he have the power? Do you reckon still to knock someone out?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. If there's no knockout clause, I reckon Tyson could get him in the first or second round.
That could go down as my favorite ever thing. If Mike Tyson, can you imagine social media? If Mike Tyson knocks out Jake Paul, he would never. It would be the greatest thing I've ever seen.
But this is.
I pray that happens.
I don't.
Why?
Because
this stupid little prick and is going up against
this is where I start thinking. Well, Jake Paul's actually a lot smarter than he looks.
Obviously, he's smarter, but that's people behind him.
It's him as well. He's very, very good at marketing fights. He's very, very good at promoting fights, and he's very, 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 very good at doing that with the opponents he picks.
But he's just a prick.
He's very good.
Obviously.
He's very smart with how the opponents he picks, and I don't think he would go and pick Tyson if there was a risk of Tyson absolutely knocking him out like this.
Well, that's just pathetic then.
So either there's a no knockout clause in the contract, or he knows something about Tyson and he knows he's just that little bit too old to have that same sort of fight and dog in him.
What's Tyson got to win if there's a no knockout clause? Like what's in it for him?
He will make an insane amount of money.
I know.
Because of the events.
But he's already made an insane amount of money. So it's like, surely there's a bit of like pride or something that I don't know. Or do you think he just needs a cashiers and have one for a while?
I think the money will be nuts. It's on Netflix and it's not pay-per-view. So it's gonna be like one of the most watched sporting events.
When is it?
This year, by far. It's in August. You'll be away.
No, I'm back. I come back on the 1st of August.
Sweet, we'll watch it together.
Europe.
Yeah, Johnny's going to Europe soon for 7 weeks, and I'm going to have
I'm very excited.
Suss out what I'm doing while he's away, but got some ideas, got some guests that I can probably get.
Let's do predictions for the Eagles game. Yeah, buddy. All right. And then we could see what happens on Wednesday. All right.
I'll pop up a photo of like the answers to what we predict.
Okay, first of all, score predictions.
Are we doing seriously or are we doing fan?
I don't know. You can decide.
I'm going to go 110 to 70 to Melbourne.
Okay. 110 to 70 to Eagles. Most goals? I'll go first for this one for Melbourne. Petrarca could absolutely tear us apart because he's going to play forward, I think.
I reckon
So I don't really have a
Jake
good forward
Waterman will
line.
have the most goals.
Okay, for the outro, we're going to sing the team song. The Imagine Dragons version. No, the Birds of Tokyo version.
Thanks very much for watching this episode of the Quick Smile podcast. I hope you had a great time because we had a riveting time. I'm going to go watch Eagles
across
play Nam.
the nation,
And I hope they win.
West Coast sky.
I'll have a yes or no on the screen if they win one or not.
Never die.
If you don't want to see more Eagles content,
West Coast Eagles.
please like and subscribe.
And we're here to show you Harvey
Bye.
Johnson.
Love you guys.